You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Monday the 27th of January, 2025. It is 37 days after the winter solstice. It is 52 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 8th day of Pluviose, the day of the Méséréon, the spurge laurel. The sun rises today at 7:10 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:08 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:07 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:37 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 6:10 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 2 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is just 4% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Wednesday, the 29th of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 1:55 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 8:20 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the afternoon, low tide, 2:41 p.m., minus 12 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 8:54 p.m., 1 meter 16. The Monday Reservoir Report for New York City. In the Delaware watershed, the Cannonsville Reservoir is 71% full. The Papacton Reservoir is 73% full. The Neversink Reservoir is 65% full. The Rondout Reservoir is 91% full. In the Catskill watershed, the Schoharie Reservoir is 53% full. The Ashokan Reservoir is 84% full. In the Croton system, just north of the city, the reservoirs are 84% full. As a whole, the reservoirs are at 77%. The normal level for this time of year is 90%. There has been a dearth of precipitation in January. In our shared realm of plants and animals, monk parakeets, a tropical species, nest year-round at Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn and in other parts of the borough. Word has it that they escaped from a shipment of birds at JFK Airport in the 1960s, although this is disputed. But the fact is, the city, with its many small heat islands, has become a welcoming habitat for the species. Commemorations. Today is a solemn day of remembrance. On this day in 1945, Soviet troops liberated the concentration camps of Auschwitz and Birkenau. Although the Nazi forces had forced most of the prisoners out in a death march, about 7,000 had been left behind, starving and emaciated. Red Army soldiers found 600 corpses, 370,000 men's suits, 837,000 articles of women's clothing, and 7 tons of human hair. More than 1 million people had been murdered at these camps. On this day in 1972, Scott Joplin's rediscovered opera Trementia had its world premiere at Morehouse College in Atlanta. Joplin, who died sick, impoverished, and largely forgotten at the age of 48 in 1917, is buried in St. Michael's Cemetery in Astoria. On this day in 1756, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in Salzburg, Austria. On this day in 1832, Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice in Wonderland, was born in Daresbury, England. On this day in 1850, Edward Smith, the captain of the Titanic, was born in Hanley, Staffordshire. On this day in 1850, Samuel Gompers, the founder of the American Federation of Labor, was born in London, England. And that is the Observatory, Monday the 27th of January, 2025.